executed. He not only gets the first down, Charles, he gets the touchdown as well.
And you see the defense commit to the run so often in these situations. There's always that little bit of hesitancy, isn't there, partner? Thinking that they may play action you. They took advantage of that hesitancy and found their way into the end zone with a running play.
Boswell good with the extra point. And it's now 21-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. On the return, here's Jerome Ford. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down.
There's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Let's go now. Pass 60, pass 60.
Off the play fake. Here's Sanders. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Steelers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Here's Milton. Throw left side complete. That's one. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 37 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Here's Milton now to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. DK Metcalf halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Steelers are able to add on to their 1st half lead. Boswell for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Here's Mecole Hardman. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
But one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
To throw is Sanders. Flush to his right. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5.
70 Timberwolves. Trap 60, trap 60.
From the gun, it's Shador. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he was going to have a Browns first down. He needed 5. He got it barely as it would officially go down as a gain of 5 yards. Here's Sanders. Escaping the pressure right. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Patrick Queen. And this would have been returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Partner, you ever heard the story of Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. That was our guy right there. Keeps pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Ready? Back to 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Let go.
Off the play fake. Milton. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's where you want to use your big tight end. Let him use his size and frame to go up and get the deep ball in the end zone. But that time, they couldn't connect.
Got it. Ready?
Here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Cowboy 80.
They fire this one quickly to Austin. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Let's go now. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Go.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down.
Panther 11, Panther 11.
Back to throw again. That is incomplete. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good look at the end of that one. At his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
the middle. Sampson. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 4 yards the pickup, first down. 4 yards.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. He finds his man Johnson. But he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Up the middle they go. And a lost football. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. So they recover their own fumble. Now they face third and short. And a handoff up the middle. Sampson. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on third and a yard.
I like his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need one. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up two.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Sanders. A minute 55 left to go in the first half of play. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Second and 10. Looking to throw. Sanders. Well, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Sanders eluding the pressure right. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. Not at all what they envisioned on third down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. Well, when we do games together, we don't see a ton of these, but always impressive when someone can get through that quickly, Charles, and get a hand on a field goal attempt.
And the key to success for them on that play, they get off on the snap. They timed it like they knew exactly when it was coming, and that set him up to deliver the block kick.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Ready? Cougar 19. Trap 60, trap 60.
Back to throw now on first down. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Johnny Smith. Back-to-back good plays. Have him on the move on first down.
Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Milton. Flush to his right. Well, he tries to give it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Well, CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Let's go now. Cut 19. Cut. Panther 60. Panther 60.
Here's Sanders throwing to start the drive. And that is incomplete.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
Up the middle they go. Sampson. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Looking to throw. Sanders. And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
Stephanie! Bronco 80!
It's a quarterback sneak. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now this time he'll look to throw. This will be caught. Judy is brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. That one goes for 24 yards. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. A final shot before break. Sanders looking end zone, but it's incomplete. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Here's Hardman on the return. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now again, right side. Sampson. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Here's 2nd and 10.
At the Steelers' 48-yard line.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. They'll keep it on the ground. Sampson. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 40 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Sampson. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
Dragon 60. 19 Lions.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
19 Tigers, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Out of the gun here, Sanders. And that is incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They'll indeed go for it. It's Sanders. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD. And now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Throwing is Milton. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. He's into space past the 15. And he'll indeed get it to the 17-yard line. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
Partner, I like the play call coming right after a tackle for a loss because this is an obvious passing situation, but instead they fooled them a little bit with the screen, and they wound up getting back what they lost and then a little bit more.
70 Lions, 79 Broncos.
Now Milton. A short one there to Fryermuth. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Now a run with Warren. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Number 31, here comes 2nd and a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
First down.
19.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Cougar 19.
To throw, it's Milton. They'll buy some time right. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
He may have given those 6 yards right back as they're going to get to him well behind the line. It's a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Trap 60, trap 60.
From the gun on 3rd down, Milton. That is caught. But he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That goes as a gain of 36 on 3rd down. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in for second half blowout material. Here's Warren, able to push his way through. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left in no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 18 yards that time to push him up 1st and goal.
That's good for a Pittsburgh Steeler.
Let's go now.
1st down and goal to go.
Back to throw. Milton. There's a screen with Gainwell. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Kenneth Gainwell, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have taken a 5-touchdown lead. What a great drive that was. A long drive, sustained, well executed.
I love what we're seeing out of him here in year 2, right? This young quarterback continues to evolve and grow. He's really the adage right now that John Wooden, the famous basketball coach, used to say. Be quick, but don't hurry. You can see that everything is happening for him, but he's not taking it at a pace that he can't sustain.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
The man in motion left here, Johnson. Sanders. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete. Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to...
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Here's Johnson with a reception. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down. They'll go. Here's Sanders. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. Looking to put a drive together.
The result of the play is a turnover on down.
To throw is Milton. Oh, that is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Off play action. Milton. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. I don't know. He had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. On is the punter, Johnston now, as he sends this one away. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this third quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick six is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here. And that one, it backfired in a big way.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And it is 42-0.
Browns nothing. Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This taken in at the goal line. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
First and 10. They're on 17-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
To throw now, here's Sanders. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there. Second down.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it's going to be third down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. To the sideline and incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over it.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. Inside the 10. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. Hey, Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. As confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Here's Hardman on the return. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the shotgun, Sanders. Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Sanders. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Alex Highsmith making the nice play and getting the sack. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense?
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. The offense on third down, they've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This is going to be 3rd and 13. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Throwing, Sanders. No, bottled up. It's out, it's loose. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
Sanders to throw. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't get it.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Working in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll get this down to the 10. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Sanders going to throw again. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Pierre Strong His second touchdown on the season. And the Browns are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play.
49, Browns 7.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie.
Here we go. Ready.
Here's Milton now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. But he wasn't really big on that. He was big on going ahead and scoring. He's got to reincarnate it right here. We're watching it in front of us.
Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Panther 60. Panther 60.
On first down, it's Warren. And he stopped immediately there. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool. The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else, ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
19 tight, 19 tight, 19, 18. Ready.
Here's Milton. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. 28 yards. And the Steelers add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
On the return, here's Jerome Ford. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Watson now to throw. That's caught left side by Hardman. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
And the Browns first down.
To throw is Watson. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
Oh, he finds his running back who snuck right down the middle of the field. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now it's Watson. And his throw is incomplete. It's been that kind of a day so far throwing the football. It just seems like nothing going right offensively.
Yeah, it's a catch that should have been made, pure and simple. And look, everything else that goes into running a good pass route, throw it all out if you don't catch the ball.
Been that kind of game throwing the football so far, nothing going right offensively.
As soon as he leaped out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Ready, set.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for
Here
it.
we go, set. Mustang 19. Ready.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
19,
Again, it's Watson. Rolling to his right. And he's got it. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. Strong. Going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. 3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable.
18 run.
Back to throw, Watson. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
19 tight.
Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. And that's going to be caught from Browns. Touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Watson and that Browns offense going to stay out there, and they'll go for 2.
The Browns will line up.
They'll look to throw. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep. those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Second down.
79 Grocer. Ready. 60 bites.
Throwing is Milton. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. And this offense on third down today, 5 out of 9 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Watson. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And that's going to be incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
In motion, the tight end. Now Watson. This short pass into the hands of the Joker. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Here now, 3rd and a yard. Here's Watson. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair.
Here we go.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Flush to his right. And he completes it to Wilson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Milton. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Barreling in for the sack, Shelby Harris.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Up the middle they go. Warren. He's to the 15. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think, pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Out of the gun, Watson. And his throw here is incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
He's going to let it fly. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Juan Thornhill. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And guys, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, Jubilee. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Browns force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. Has a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Brings up 2nd down at the 32-yard line.
The handoff to Ford up the middle. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Here's Watson. Then drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
One last throw here for Watson. Finds Strong on the check down. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. And as this defense walks off the field,